Welcome back to ABCGH Spoilers channel. Today, we're diving deep into the tangled web of Port Charles, uncovering the latest twists and turns that will keep fans glued to their screens. From unexpected alliances to personal reckonings, the next 2 weeks on General Hospital promise a cascade of drama, secrets, and shifting loyalties. Let's embark on this journey by exploring the most recent developments and analyzing what they mean for your favorite characters. Lulu Set's confession and the shadow of secrets. Lulu Spencer stands at the crossroads of her emotional journey, preparing to reveal her true feelings to Dante Falconeri. This moment is charged with anticipation, as Lulu's heart wrestles with vulnerability and hope. Yet, beneath the surface, a storm brews. Dante's potential discovery of the adoption secret and Lulu's prior knowledge of it could unravel their rekindled bond. The fragility of trust is at the core here, highlighting how secrets, no matter how well-intentioned, can threaten even the strongest relationships. In soap opera tradition, such revelations often serve as catalysts for character growth or dramatic fallout, and viewers can expect this storyline to ripple through the ensemble, affecting family dynamics and friendships in unexpected ways. Trina and Kai, navigating love and uncertainty. Meanwhile, Trina Robinson and Kai Taylor's relationship deepens as they confront looming medical challenges. Trina's concern for Kai's upcoming procedure reveals her compassionate nature and steadfast loyalty. This subplot not only explores the anxieties of facing health crises together, but also showcases how adversity can strengthen bonds. As Trina supports Kai, the narrative delves into themes of resilience and mutual care, offering viewers a nuanced portrayal of young love tested by real-life obstacles. The show's writers use this arc to remind us that vulnerability is not a weakness, but a pathway to deeper connection. Lucky Sepp's tough love and Cody Sepp's mysterious injury. Elsewhere, Lucky Spencer delivers some hard truths to Christina Corinthos Davis, pushing her to confront uncomfortable realities. This tough love approach is emblematic of Lucky's character, firm but caring, intent on guiding Christina toward personal growth. Simultaneously, Cody Bell finds himself sidelined by an injury, possibly related to his work with horses. The nature of Cody's accident remains shrouded in mystery, inviting speculation about whether it was truly an accident or something more sinister. Molly Lansing Davis steps in as a caretaker, highlighting the importance of community and support during times of crisis. This segment of the storyline weaves together themes of accountability, healing, and the unpredictable dangers lurking in everyday life. Sonny Sepp's recovery and the web of deceit. At the heart of Port Charles, Sonny Corinthos faces a pivotal moment as he recovers from heart surgery. Supported by Carly Spencer, Sonny's vulnerability brings out the softer side of the notorious mob boss. However, unknown to Sonny, Natalia Ramirez has already tipped off Jen Sidwell about his medical condition, setting the stage for potential betrayal. This layer of intrigue underscores the precarious balance between personal health and the ever-present threats in Sonny's world. The narrative cleverly juxtaposes the intimacy of recovery with the lurking dangers posed by adversaries, reminding viewers that peace is often fleeting in the soap opera universe. Willow, Jason, and Carly. The tensions of loyalty. Willow Tate Corinthos reaches out to Jason Morgan, seeking his counsel during a turbulent time. This outreach, however, ignites friction between Jason and Carly, as long-standing loyalties are tested. The interplay between these three characters highlights the complexities of friendship, romance, and family ties in Port Charles. As old wounds resurface and new alliances form, viewers are invited to consider how trust and communication, or the lack thereof, shape the destinies of those involved. The show's ability to weave interpersonal drama with broader narrative arcs is on full display here, offering both emotional depth and high-stakes intrigue. Jordan and Isaiah, love on the edge. Detective Jordan Ashford finds herself entangled in the dangerous orbit of Jen Sidwell, prompting concern from Isaiah Gannon. Sidwell's ominous warning that Jordan will have little time for a social life casts a shadow over her relationship with Isaiah. The couple's future hangs in the balance, as Isaiah grapples with fears for Jordan's safety. This storyline explores the sacrifices demanded by duty and the toll that constant danger takes on personal relationships. The writers use Jordan and Isaiah's predicament to examine the intersection of love, ambition, and the ever-present threat of violence in Port Charles. Sasha Sipp's dilemma and the price of compromise. Sasha Gilmore Corbin finds herself at the center of a moral quandary after accepting a $250,000 offer from Sidwell to smooth things over with the Deception team. Initially hesitant, Sasha ultimately rationalizes her decision, downplaying the trauma of her kidnapping and prioritizing the well-being of Maxie Jones and her children. Jason Morgan's confrontation with Sasha brings the ethical stakes into sharp relief. Will Sasha's confession jeopardize her relationships with Maxie and the others, or can she justify her actions as necessary compromises in a world rife with difficult choices? This plotline delves into the gray areas of morality, exploring how desperation and loyalty can lead to questionable decisions. Sidwell's maneuvers and the illusion of respectability. Jen Sidwell emerges as a master manipulator, orchestrating events to benefit his son Marco Rios. By pressuring Alexis Davis and attempting to rehabilitate his own image, Sidwell seeks to position Marco for a coveted spot at the law firm. Despite his efforts to appear respectable, Sidwell's reputation as a criminal mastermind precedes him, casting doubt on his motives. The tension between appearance and reality is a recurring theme, as Sidwell's actions force other characters to confront their own values and allegiances. This storyline serves as a commentary on the seductive power of influence and the dangers of underestimating those who operate in the shadows. Looking ahead, the domino effect. As these interconnected stories unfold, the residents of Port Charles find themselves caught in a web of secrets, betrayals, and shifting alliances. Each decision reverberates across the community, setting off a domino effect that will shape the future in unpredictable ways. The next 2 weeks promise not only high-stakes drama, but also moments of introspection and transformation for the characters we love and love to hate. Analytical insights and invented elements. Let's take a step back and analyze the broader implications of these developments. Thematic depth. The show continues to excel at exploring themes of trust, redemption, and the consequences of secrecy. By placing characters in morally ambiguous situations, the writers invite viewers to empathize with flawed individuals striving to do their best in a complicated world. Character growth. Each storyline offers opportunities for growth, whether it's Lulu confronting the past, Trina supporting Kai, or Sasha grappling with the price of compromise. These arcs reflect real-life struggles, making the drama both entertaining and relatable. Invented twist. Imagine a surprise subplot where a mysterious benefactor anonymously pays Cody's medical bills, leading to speculation about hidden motives and secret alliances. This new element could introduce fresh intrigue and set the stage for future revelations. Community impact. The ripple effects of individual choices, such as Sidwell's manipulations or Sasha's confession, highlight the interconnectedness of Port Charles. Every action has consequences, reinforcing the soap opera's signature style of overlapping stories and escalating tension. We will learn about the tangled web of secrets, betrayals, and emotional upheaval that currently defines the lives of Lucky Spencer, Elizabeth Weber, and those around them in Port Charles. The challenge of rebuilding trust. Elizabeth Weber's journey has always been marked by her struggle to trust those closest to her, especially after enduring years of heartbreak and deception. Her relationship with Rick Lansing, for instance, set a precedent for the kind of duplicity she's now facing again. Rick's past is riddled with self-serving motives and questionable alliances, such as his latest partnership with Ava Jerome in a plot to extort Alexis Davis and Sonny Corinthos. This scheme, fueled by old grudges and a hunger for power, threatens to upend the fragile peace in Port Charles, leaving Elizabeth once again entangled in a web of secrets not of her own making. Despite Rick's history, Elizabeth never truly rekindled her love for him the way she has with Lucky. Yet the irony is bitter. While she has learned to expect duplicity from Rick, it's Lucky's current secrecy that cuts the deepest. She believed that Lucky of all people would never betray her trust again, especially after everything they've survived together. But now, she finds herself questioning whether she can ever fully open her heart to him once more, knowing he's hiding something monumental. The weight of unspoken truths. Lucky Spencer's internal conflict is as complex as his past. On the surface, he appears to be the same steadfast man Elizabeth fell in love with, but beneath that exterior lies a storm of guilt and indecision. Lucky's decision to shield Christina Corinthos Davis from the consequences of her reckless actions is baffling, considering their tenuous connection. Christina, who only recently became his boss at a local bar, shares little history with Lucky. She was born when he was already an adult, and their paths barely crossed before his return to Port Charles. The nature of Lucky's protectiveness over Christina is puzzling. Initially, his instinct was to shield her after witnessing the aftermath of a devastating crash, especially when he realized Elizabeth was among the victims. However, his resolve faltered when Christina's persistent pleas convinced him to remain silent about her involvement. This silence, born out of a misguided sense of responsibility, now threatens to unravel everything he's rebuilt with Elizabeth. Christina sits turbulent path. Christina Corinthos Davis is no stranger to chaos. Her life has been a series of impulsive decisions and emotional outbursts, often putting herself and others in danger. As a character, Christina embodies a blend of vulnerability and recklessness, traits inherited from her parents Alexis Davis and Sonny Corinthos. Her past is marred by incidents such as causing a car crash that led to tragedy and being involved in abusive relationships, all of which have left her grappling with guilt and searching for redemption. Christina's relationship with Lucky is, at best, circumstantial. Their recent interactions stem more from workplace proximity than any deep personal bond. Yet Lucky's determination to shield her from the fallout of her actions has created a ripple effect, implicating others and raising questions about his true motivations. Is he acting out of compassion, guilt, or a subconscious desire to atone for his own past mistakes? The ripple effects of secrecy. The consequences of Lucky's silence extend far beyond his relationship with Elizabeth. Rick Lansing's involvement in protecting Christina's secret is driven by his own agenda as he seeks leverage in his ongoing feud with Sonny and Alexis. Meanwhile, Ava Jerome's partnership with Rick only adds another layer of intrigue as they conspire to exploit Christina's vulnerability for personal gain. This convergence of secrets and schemes has left Elizabeth in a precarious position. She is surrounded by people who prioritize their own interests over honesty, forcing her to navigate a landscape where loyalty is a rare commodity. The emotional toll is immense as she grapples with the realization that even those she loves most are capable of betrayal. Lucky and Elizabeth, a history of complicated love. To understand the gravity of the current situation, it's essential to revisit the history between Lucky Spencer and Elizabeth Weber. Their relationship, once celebrated as a beacon of hope and resilience, has weathered countless storms, from the trauma of Elizabeth's assault to Lucky's battles with addiction and family turmoil. Each trial has tested their bond, yet they have always found a way back to each other, driven by a deep, unspoken connection. However, the present challenge feels different. The secrecy surrounding Christina's actions and Lucky's role in concealing the truth threatens to sever the fragile trust they've painstakingly rebuilt. For Elizabeth, the prospect of forgiveness seems almost insurmountable, especially when the person she loves is actively protecting someone who nearly cost her her life. The psychology of protection and betrayal. Delving deeper, Lucky's actions can be seen as a reflection of his lifelong struggle with responsibility and guilt. Having grown up in the shadow of his parents' tumultuous relationship and his own traumatic experiences, Lucky is no stranger to moral ambiguity. His instinct to protect, even when misguided, stems from a desire to prevent further harm, a trait that has both endeared him to others and led him down perilous paths. Yet this protective impulse becomes problematic when it blinds him to the needs and feelings of those closest to him. By choosing to shield Christina, Lucky inadvertently betrays Elizabeth, undermining the foundation of trust that is essential for any meaningful relationship. The emotional fallout is inevitable, as Elizabeth is forced to confront the painful reality that love alone may not be enough to overcome the damage caused by secrecy and deception. Invented analysis, the ripple of secrets in Port Charles. Imagine for a moment the ripple effect that a single secret can have in a community like Port Charles. Each character's decision to conceal or reveal the truth sets off a chain reaction, influencing not only their own fate, but also the lives of everyone around them. In this intricate dance of loyalty and betrayal, the lines between right and wrong become increasingly blurred, leaving even the most steadfast individuals questioning their own moral compass. As Lucky and Elizabeth navigate this treacherous terrain, they are forced to confront uncomfortable truths about themselves and each other. Their journey serves as a poignant reminder that forgiveness is not a given. It must be earned through honesty, vulnerability, and a willingness to face the consequences of one's actions. As the dust settles and the secrets begin to unravel, one question remains. Can Lucky and Elizabeth find their way back to each other, or has the damage been done? The answer lies not in grand gestures or empty promises, but in the quiet moments of truth and reconciliation that define real love. Next, we're diving deep into the tangled web of secrets, power plays, and looming threats that surround Sonny Corinthos' upcoming heart surgery, a storyline that promises to shake Port Charles to its core. The power of secrets, Sidwell's advantage and Natalia's risk. In the intricate world of Port Charles, information is more than just knowledge, it's power. The recent revelation that Natalia Ramirez let slip Sonny Corinthos' confidential plans to Jen Sidwell has shifted the balance of power dramatically. Sidwell, a character known for his ambition and cunning, now possesses a crucial advantage. With Natalia's indiscretion, Sidwell is perfectly positioned to exploit Sonny's vulnerability at a time when he is most defenseless on the operating table. This new dynamic sets the stage for unexpected twists, as Sidwell's rivalry with Sonny intensifies and the fate of several characters hangs in the balance. Sidwell's history of manipulation and resourcefulness suggests he won't hesitate to use this newfound leverage. The prospect of him orchestrating a move against Sonny during his medical crisis is not just plausible, it's almost inevitable. Fans should prepare for a series of power plays, betrayals, and shifting alliances as Sidwell capitalizes on the intelligence he's gained, potentially destabilizing the entire criminal underworld of Port Charles. Port Charles on edge, the fallout of a medical crisis. The potential sabotage of Sonny's surgery doesn't just put his life at risk, it threatens to send shockwaves through every corner of Port Charles. Should Sidwell act on the information provided by Natalia, he could time his attack to coincide with Sonny's most vulnerable moment. If Sonny were to slip into a coma or suffer complications, the ensuing power vacuum would invite chaos. Longtime adversaries and opportunistic newcomers alike would scramble to claim Sonny's territory, while his allies would be forced into desperate measures to protect his legacy. This scenario opens the door for dramatic confrontations and emotional reckonings. Characters like Carly Spencer, who is set to be by Sonny's side in Los Angeles, may find themselves thrust into new roles as protectors and strategists. The uncertainty surrounding Sonny's fate would test loyalties, expose hidden agendas, and redefine relationships across the board. Sidwell's methods: wealth, influence, and ruthlessness. Sidwell is not just a schemer, he's a man with the means to turn his ambitions into reality. His vast wealth and extensive connections make him a formidable adversary. Whether through bribery, intimidation, or outright coercion, Sidwell could easily manipulate members of Sonny's medical team to ensure the surgery does not go as planned. The threat is not merely hypothetical, it is grounded in precedent. The storyline involving Cyrus Reno demonstrated just how vulnerable even the most secure environments can be when targeted by determined foes. Cyrus's use of digitalis to eliminate rivals underscored the ease with which chaos can be sown, and Sidwell could draw inspiration from these past plots to craft his own scheme. Moreover, Sidwell's potential involvement in the unsolved penthouse explosion adds another layer of menace. If he was behind that attack, his willingness to resort to violence is well established, and Sonny's surgery could be the next stage in his campaign to eliminate his rival once and for all. The drama of survival: will Sonny beat the odds? From a storytelling perspective, a straightforward recovery for Sonny would be anticlimactic. The writers of General Hospital have a long tradition of leveraging medical crises to heighten tension and propel character development. If Sonny were to emerge from surgery unscathed, it would rob the narrative of suspense and emotional depth. Instead, the prospect of complications, be it an assassination attempt, a coma, or a near-death experience, creates fertile ground for dramatic exploration. Carly's presence in Los Angeles is not just a gesture of support, it is a narrative device that allows viewers to experience the anxiety, fear, and hope that accompany such high-stakes moments. As updates about Sonny's condition trickle in, the emotional stakes will rise, drawing viewers deeper into the unfolding drama. The possibility of Sonny's absence from Port Charles, even temporarily, would force his allies and enemies alike to reevaluate their positions and strategies. Historical parallels. Lessons from the past. The threat facing Sonny is not without precedent in Port Charles. The chaos unleashed by Cyrus Reno's schemes serves as a stark reminder of how easily order can unravel when key players are incapacitated. In the past, even meticulously planned attacks have yielded mixed results. Some targets survived while others fell. This unpredictability is a hallmark of General Hospital's storytelling, ensuring that viewers can never be certain of any character's fate. Sidwell's potential to emulate or surpass Cyrus's tactics raises the stakes considerably. His ability to orchestrate complex plots, combined with his willingness to exploit any weakness, makes him a uniquely dangerous foe. The parallels between past and present threats underscore the cyclical nature of power struggles in Port Charles, where no victory is ever permanent and every secret has the potential to ignite a new conflict. Invented elements: the hidden hand and a city in turmoil. Let's imagine that Sidwell is not acting alone. Perhaps a shadowy consortium of business rivals and disgruntled former associates is backing his play, each with their own reasons for wanting Sunny out of the picture. This hidden alliance could provide Sidwell with resources and intelligence far beyond what anyone suspects, allowing him to coordinate attacks on multiple fronts. Meanwhile, rumors of Sunny's failing health might spark panic among his supporters, leading to fractures within his organization and making it even more vulnerable to outside threats. On the other hand, Natalia's guilt over betraying Sunny could drive her to take drastic action to atone for her mistake. She might attempt to warn Sunny or sabotage Sidwell's plans from within, setting up a tense game of cat and mouse that unfolds alongside the main plot. These new elements would add depth and complexity to the storyline, ensuring that every character has a stake in the outcome and that no one's motives are entirely pure. Detailed analysis: why this storyline resonates. What makes this storyline so compelling is its blend of personal drama and high-stakes intrigue. At its core, it is a story about trust, how easily it can be broken, how desperately it is needed in times of crisis, and how its absence can lead to disaster. The interplay between characters like Sunny, Sidwell, Natalia, and Carly reflects broader themes of loyalty, ambition, and the constant struggle for power that defines life in Port Charles. By reversing the order of the original narrative and expanding on each section, we see how every decision, every secret, and every alliance can have far-reaching consequences. The threat to Sunny's life is not just a plot device, it is a catalyst that forces every character to confront their own fears, desires, and limitations. Whether Sunny survives or falls, the ripple effects will be felt for months to come, reshaping the landscape of General Hospital in ways that no one can predict. Conclusion: the stage is set for unforgettable drama. As the date of Sunny's surgery approaches, anticipation and anxiety are reaching a fever pitch. Sidwell's machinations, Natalia's remorse, and the ever-present danger lurking in the shadows ensure that nothing will go according to plan. Port Charles stands on the brink of upheaval, and viewers can expect a roller coaster of emotions, surprises, and revelations as this storyline unfolds. Stay tuned to ABCGH Spoilers channel for all the latest updates, theories, and in-depth analysis as we continue to follow every twist and turn in this gripping saga. The battle for Port Charles is far from over, and the next chapter promises to be the most explosive yet.